Hello everyone from Tony the Scargos. Today we're here to try an exclusive preview of the Leap Motion V5 runtime. Now sorry, it's not Leap Motion anymore, now it's UltraLeap after the company fused with Ultra Haptics, and so now there is only UltraLeap. They have developed a version 5 of the hands tracking runtime for the Leap Motion controller. And runtime is called Gemini, and it is not available yet. The company is planning to release it in Q2 of this year because they are still finalizing, they're removing the bugs, whatever. But now they decided to make people like me and other enthusiasts to try it. So let me show you how it is cool by showing this cool runtime in action. I will use my plain old Leap Motion V1 controller, and so the one that was available that I have since like 5 years. And so I will show you how it is evolved a lot in the last time with this update. So follow me. Here we are in the UltraLeap visualizer, and I can see my hands, the back, and the palm, and you can see I can track all my fingers. Maybe there are some problems with the pinky. Now when closing my pinky, it doesn't detect correctly it, but for the rest, it's all okay. You see, I can move my hands in a complete way, and the tracking continues to work. That's quite impressive. And now I can also put the fingers one on top of the other. When you see my hands changing color, it means the tracking has been lost for a moment. It has recovered very well. And now I can see I can cross my fingers, continues to track. That's incredible. You can't do that with whatever other hands tracking software I tried. Only when one of the palms goes on top of the other, you lose the tracking. But it is a very extreme case because you are completely covering one of the hands. It recovers pretty fast. Another cool thing, now I am at the edge of my vision and the tracking continues. So it's not stable. As you can see, it gets lost and then it requires some time to recover. But then the tracking on the side, now it works. The POV is the maximum of the sensor. So that's another cool thing. The big problem is it requires sometimes, as you can see, to recover the hands. And sometimes one requires more time to recover. This is what I like the least about this new runtime. It seems that it must be sure that the hands is tracked again before notifying it to you. So it requires some seconds before adding a new hand, and this is quite annoying, but for all the rest is very, very stable. The blocks demo shows you how with this new UltraLeap runtime you can interact very easily with both hands, even if there is still the problem that due to the limited field of view of the V1 sensor, sometimes you move slightly your head, the hand goes to the side of the POV and you lose the control of the hand. Or maybe there is a too cluttered environment, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes the interactions in this demo are a bit frustrating, honestly, because it's a matter of grabbing objects or moving them, and it is very easy to lose control of the hands when you move it too fast or goes towards the edge. But if you don't do this kind of movements, you stay mostly in front of you and you don't move too fast, you can see it works pretty well. It's cool. So it has improved a lot on the previous iterations of the runtime, but not all problems are solved. And I think that now one of the big problems that I have is actually the hardware, because I have the V1 sensor and not the 170, that is the new one with stereo cameras using headset like, I don't know, the X-Style, for instance. So I had fun with this demo, but sometimes little frustrations when having fine interactions with objects, seeing my hands disappear, maybe requiring a bit more time to it to appear again, as I've showed you previously. So the initialization sometimes is a bit too long. But for the rest, it was fun. So, for instance, the demo is much slower. The one of Payton worked very, very well. This one also worked with the previous V4 runtime that was already cool. And so I was able to draw a heart, draw things, pick the colors, and as soon as the hands are checked, everything went well. Also because I also tried to other people. What is amazing, I think, of the Leap Motion interface or UltraLeap, sorry if I continue making this mistake, is that it is very intuitive. So you don't have to explain people what to do. UltraLeap is very good in making the UX of its demos. Furthermore, hands interaction is very easy to be understood. So This is something that remains in the runtime. As you can see with this, just pinching objects, I can easily draw stuff, and it's very, very easy. So the painting demo went very smooth to me. Of course, the most beautiful demo is the one with the cat. And I love the interface, and I love it also because there is a cat. Everyone loves cats. The internet is made for cats. So it's a good demo. It has become viral some times ago, and you can have these simple interactions and see the cat from the inside. You can see also every part of his body, and it's pretty nice. And this demo actually was already fine with the previous runtime, so it doesn't actually add anything special to me, but it's cats, so of course I had to show this to you in this case also. Apart from the jokes, I love the interface. I think it's a very smart and usable interface, and I love it. So this demo went incredibly well also with the new runtime. You all know that I'm a developer, so let me show you how it is to use UltraLeap also in Unity. It's super easy. So this is a demo that is already available. There is a nice SDK with samples and with just some prefabs and scripts you can add to your scene so that you have objects getting the position of the hands and providing them to some visualizers that let you visualize the hands in different ways. And it's cool that there are many scenes, both of VR and not. For instance, this one lets you see how you can make the visualizer. So have the pastor make some augmented reality with the UltraLeap controller and do whatever you want. The quality of the pastor is not top notch, but okay for do some experiments. Already the sample to do that. Also other samples and prefabs available to handle the hands. Other samples now specific to the hands package. They show you how you can have different hand visualization. There's also another package for the interactions that I'm not showing in this video, but it's also a matter of having all the facilities to check the hands and do what you want. So many samples of the hands, you can already use them, you can examine how they're made so to create your own hand tracked application in your own model. So that's the very cool way that the Unity SDK has been made is very usable. It's a very good solution for everyone who wants to create a hand tracked application in VR. So what is my impression for this new UltraLeap Gemini V5 runtime? It is very positive, especially because it lets you finally track your hands even when you cross your fingers or make this kind of movements. And also the tracking, the periphery of the field of view of the sensor was good, was better than the previous interactions. And for VR, I think it's a step forward from the previous runtimes. There are still some problems. Some of them I think will be fixed before the final release because I remember you this was an exclusive preview. So some bugs are still to be ironed out. And for instance, the fact that when I put my hands like here and they were revealed sometimes some seconds after is a bug that will be solved probably. While it will become public, that I remember it will happen in Q2 of this year. Other problems are a matter of the sensor. This is a V1 original leap motion sensor, and the field of view of this device is quite limited. So I couldn't track my hands beyond this area, while with the new one, I can also go further and have a wide field of view on top, on the right, and it's better for interactions. Of course, it's still not perfect. I remember you that there were some problems with the revealing, for instance, the thumb touching the pinky, but really, it is a step forward. I think a hand has become usable with this kind of runtime. If you have the right sensor, and if you have to use hand tracking in your application to use the 170 UltraLeap new controller, the V2, because it has wider field of view. And I love also that I try to make other people not take you want to use the demos of UltraLeap, and they were able to use them without me explaining that much because using the hands is something very natural, and people that are starting to use hand tracking with a Quest now have realized it. So I have a very positive impression of this V5 runtime. I really can't wait for hand tracking to be developed in even more applications. Before leaving, I want to show you the Christmas tree of cables that I had to make this review. So see the V1 controller with some scotch around, the cable to my PC for the Quest, the cable for the UltraLeap, cable for the headphones. It's been pretty fun, but I had just played City experience. It was okay. I really hope that it will be also in the future again an Android runtime, but for now, this V5 will be released only for Windows. So just to be clear to you. So that's it. I hope you like this video. And as always, if this is the case, please subscribe to my channel. I would love you if you do this. Put a like. If you want to, you can donate on Patreon. So I can make some videos, maybe attaching my UltraLeap controller with a better setup, with more money from the donation. I thank you for watching. I wish you a happy VR. Bye.